like, he's the one who kind of got me started. He changed my life. He's literally changed so many people's lives. I'm not saying, like, give him a second chance kind of deal, but...
Yeah.
You know, we need him back out there.
It's tough, yeah. You understand both sides, too.
Yeah. You know, people that don't know your story, tell everybody your story, the BKR Logan Paul connections, because you got a wild story. I don't know if you guys heard about the story.
This is a wild story, folks. Turn up your radios. Turn up the volume.
So tell everybody your story.
Well, okay, the story...
We're on IG at Samurai Show. You got to check this out. Check the story out.
Go see what BKR looks like.
He's sexy AF. He's sexy AF. I'm just quoting Sam. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I feel so good about myself now. Well, the story kind of goes, it's honestly a super long story. You can find it on my vlog. I actually wrote a blog post a day after it happening because I was held hostage a little over a year ago. I know Hawaii News Now did something about it. My whole YouTube career, everything that I've kind of done up to this date, started kind of telling my story to Logan Paul's audience. That video got over 7 million views. I came home with over 50,000 emails, 10,000 DMs.
50,000 emails, 10,000 DMs.
Yeah. Isn't that Jay-Z's line? What's 50,000 emails to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? It was because of him. That was his story.
Yeah, if I got to connect with Jay-Z, I totally do. That'd make for a lot of likes and subscribers.
So, dude, what the hell happened? What's your story? You were held hostage. What happened?
So, very long story short, throughout my life, I've been going through a lot of foot surgeries. I was in Aspen, Colorado, just had a foot surgery done. And I was a photographer, videographer kind of time. It was kind of like my passion. So I drove to this place with no cell service in the mountains, abandoned road.
Sounds smart so far.
Yeah, I know, right? you can't do anything when you pretty much have a broken foot and a cast. So what I would do is drive my car around, not doing Pokemon Go. I kind of was doing Pokemon Go, but I was out there like taking photos from the car. I pull up on this one dirt road in the middle of nowhere, and there's this guy. I see these two kids with their hands on the top of their head. And I see this other car kind of blocking the road. As I pull up, I was like, maybe these kids need help. I saw a license plate dangling, thinking maybe they got in a car crash or something. Their hands on their head, they're like, oh, dang, like, whatnot. And then this guy came out of the car with 2 guns and told me to come forward. I looked at my right, I was like, oh, I got my camera here, got my wallet, got my phone. Like, it's all right if I get robbed right now. Well, it's not the end of the world. But he wasn't there to rob someone. He was there. Literally, I promise you 100% to kill someone that day.
He was there to kill someone. How did you know he was there to kill somebody?
Because as the 2 other guys escaped later on in the story, which you can read about, watch about, when the SWAT team, the people showed up with snipers, rifles, the whole 9 yards, I was held hostage for 45 minutes. He just wanted to die that day and take someone with him. He ended up taking 2 shots at me. He was standing closer than you guys are right now. He had a gun like basically right in front of my chest and one at my head, saying where he was going to kill me the whole time.
No way.
Wow.
Joked about shooting my heart, watching me bleed out. Joked about shooting my broken foot because he thought my cast, whatnot, was fake. He thought I was an actor. He didn't even let me use my crutches, so I was standing on a foot that I wasn't supposed to be standing on for over 45 minutes. And he said at any point I took my hands off the top of my head that he would kill me. And I've never, being a mad boy, never growing up in Maui, never been around guns, haven't even seen a gun before other than like a sports authority or something, you know? Never shot a gun, never smelled a gun. That first shot that went off, it went right by my knee as a warning shot kind of thing, or just like mess with me. I didn't know he had the balls to do it one night. And once that happened, I was like, this is real. Because the cops were already there at that point. And he strategically placed me and him between 2 trucks, trees. Like, they couldn't, like, I was in front of them, so.
So how did you get out of the hostage situation? You're alive now. How did you get out of it?
Because there was a second shot to come yet.
Yeah, so the second shot, after the first shot, all right, these cops didn't take a shot, because normally you would think if a cop, if, like, the bad dude, like, shoots, like, in the movies at least, you think they, take a shot at him. So obviously they didn't do it. Aspen's one of the safest places in the world. So I'm like, all right, second shot. He's like, all right, turn around. I'm going to kill you right now.
He told you this?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a tough order, right? Because why should I help you kill me? Like, yeah, but yet I don't want to make you mad because then you shoot me when I'm not turning around. So
you really thought your life was going to end? You're dead?
No, seriously, 100%. Like, after the whole thing, I still thought I was dead. I didn't believe I was alive.
It took a while to kind of realize, is this real life? Did I get shot at him in some other reality?
Yeah.
Wow.
As I turned around, like, he was joining us and kill me, all this. Cops, everyone, like, yelling, don't do it, like, don't kill him, all this stuff. He shot with my hands on my head, and when he shot, it wasn't like I was there anymore. It was like I was dead. My ear was ringing, and, like, I just, like, kind of everything just went slow motion. And then as I kind of, like, woke up again, I should say, it was just a moment for me where I'm like, you know what? If there's another shot, if anything else is going to happen, then I need to do something about it. It's time for me to step up. I'm not going to let this guy take away my life. I'm not going to let this guy destroy my brand, BKR, which I've had since being 18. This is 4 years ago I had this. Even before this whole incident, I've always been about being you, living life to the fullest, spending every single second on this earth and not taking it for granted.
That's great. You're like, you're not taking my life, and plus I worked on this logo for 2 years.
I'm like, this logo, I'm going to take this and do something with it, though.
So what happened? What happened?
So after that second shot, I'm like, all right, well, it's time for me to be smart. So I started talking about his family. I started trying to be strategic with my words to him. Cops yelled down with orders. He was like, I want $100 million, all this in terms of exchange for me. And I started studying his movements, started studying his eyes. I noticed he was getting, like, dehydrated or tired. Started licking his lips, getting extra paranoid. And at one point, I saw him, like, rest his, like, butt against the truck a little bit. He was still just as close as me and you.
He had to go doo-doo, I think, maybe.
Probably. I would think so. I mean, I sure did. I almost did. To this day, I don't know if I did. But I'm not going to lie. But
Totally.
he kept looking behind him, so I'm like, all right, so he has 2 guns on me. Cops are up there. The truck bed's right there. If I have maybe 2 or 3 seconds and he turns away for a couple seconds, he might not see me jumping, like, out of the way and the cops can move in and swarm in or something like that. Me being me, I wasn't very smart about that. He turned away, sat down for, like, maybe 2 seconds. I kind of hesitated, and I was like, oh, my foot hurts. And then he kind of, like, dove and jumped behind his truck bed to avoid any flying bullets and stuff. And all I did was run. This is all I remember. Everything was very slow-mo. Started running, zigzagging through trees, running up this dirt road, trying to avoid any bullets if they're going to be flying. And I just heard him screaming, swearing his, pants off back there. And cops moved in. I got to the top. Those other 2 kids that were held hostage were still up there. And that was it, man.
And you escaped, and the guy got shot and killed?
No, we're still doing the court case. Hasn't really done much yet with it. He has attempted murder on him, like first-degree kidnapping. He has pretty much the biggest charges other than murder on him right now.
And then, so how did you meet Logan Paul?
Well, Logan Paul was, he came about 7 months after that incident. So after all that, the newspapers got the story wrong, saying the cops kind of saved the day, that they did everything. I read that. I was like, no, I'm going to write this and put it on my website blog because they had 2 opportunities to shoot.
You needed to tell the truth.
I needed to tell the truth about the story. So I wrote this blog post. It went viral. I think I got over 100,000 reads. I started doing interviews with news stations, whatnot. I don't know. And I think Logan might have seen that way before. But I reached out to him with, I took a bunch of photos wearing his brand, whatnot. And texted him an email. He's like, oh, the millions of emails the dude must get. He decided to read my email. And then went to my website, read my blog post. And then we started just becoming friends. And on my 22nd birthday, I was like, I'm going to start vlogging. I didn't tell him. And on my 22nd birthday, too, he didn't know it was my birthday. He's like, yo, what are you doing May 16th, May 19th, whatever? He's like, I'm going to fly. I'm like, nothing. I'm going to fly out to Hollywood. Come chill for like 3 or 4 days. Let's just hang out. And I'm just going to pick you as this contest winner. I'm like, dope, yeah. I mean, sure. I just started vlogging, like,
you twist my arm, yeah.
Craziest thing about that, though, is as I was getting my life back after the PTSD and everything that was going on, I told my good buddy Peter back in Aspen, like, I never watched Logan Paul before. I watched one video, and it was like the end of his 2016 year, showing off all the accomplishments he had done. Right. I'm like, yo, this guy's dope. That same day, I bought his merch. I'm like, Peter, watch. Within the next month, or I'm going to see this guy super, super soon. 1 month later, I was at Logan Paul's house, like, hanging out with him. And he didn't even like, pressure me to tell my story. He didn't even care if I told my story. He was literally just there to hang out. We became good homies. And he's like, one night, he was like, do you want to tell your story to my audience? I think it really help out some people. So I told my story, and after that,
you got the 50,000 emails, 10,000 DMs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Started getting
So
calls.
Logan Paul kind of gets the assist on you starting your YouTube career because you've been doing this for what, 4 months?
I've been doing YouTube for about 8 months.
About 8 months?
Yeah.
And how many subscribers do you have right now?
I think about 88,000, something like that, 89,000, growing for sure. But my subscriber base isn't just like my subscribers, though. They're like these people that need help in their life. They need some inspiration. So I literally dropped everything I was doing. I had a killer job. I was living at the Hyatt in Aspen. I was going back to school. I was like, you know what? If I can help out all these kids and I can do what I love doing every single day, I want to inspire other people to do that because maybe people out there just need that push. So I was sleeping on the couch with my parents.
Wow.
Where were you doing the missile alert, and how did you feel after going through this hostage thing? What did this missile alert do?
Yeah, I literally, funny enough, I literally just posted a vlog before coming in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was weird because after the hostage thing, learning about my life and doing what I do,
Right.
It really came to me. It's like, definitely don't take your time for granted, yo.
Right.
Don't take your time for granted.
I was like, I learned about life. So when the missile alert happened, I looked at myself in the mirror. I really had a real moment there, and I was like, am I happy? Am I ready to die? And it's kind of surreal. Like I was almost ready because since getting kind of my life back, I've been doing every single thing I could ever want to do in my life. Every single second I spent doing what I want to do.
You already had your missile alert, kind of.
Yeah.
You've been living like
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Wow.
So that I think the missile alert was obviously crazy. I don't want to say
Right.
too much about that. It's kind of a touchy
Yeah.
subject, but at the same time, it's almost like a blessing for people.
Right.
Other than,
Definitely.
you know, like,
Definitely.
Well, what a great story. Let
Wow.
everybody know your channel on YouTube. What is it under so they can check out your latest video and your past videos.
Yeah, if you literally just look up BKRVlogs, VLOGS, that's where you find me. You find me across all platforms there, and I just literally do what I love to do every single day.
BKR Vlogs. What a story. Wow.
Love it. Wow.
Woo! Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
Over here. What's up? Just like you were saying, right here.